Hey yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Chad bringing y'all another video, man. And in this video, we're going to be talking about YouTube updating their videos to where, well, all videos to where basically they're removing the dislike button. They're not exactly removing the dislike button, it's still there. You can still click on it, but it's not going to show the dislike count on the video. Now, we know that, as Biden has taken office, different government officials, Fauci, everyone like that, they'll upload these warnings, they'll upload these informational videos to YouTube, and their videos will get massively disliked. So, like, if you go to the White House page, I'm not sure if it's updated right now or the dislikes are already gone, but if you go to, like, the White House page, look at any of the videos that Biden's speaking on, you will see that the dislike is so much. Like, he'll have, I don't know, 10,000 likes on the video, and it'll have 30 to 40,000 dislikes. And it's like, people are really showing their dislike for Joe, you feel me? And for Kamala, and for Fauci, and for all these laws and mandates and rules and CDC and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to read what YouTube has said is actually changing, and then I'll give my 2 cents on it, and then we'll just rock from there, all right? So what YouTube has said is an update on dislike on YouTube. The dislike count will be private across YouTube, but the dislike button will remain. At YouTube, we strive to be a place where creators of all sizes and backgrounds can find and share their voice to ensure that YouTube promotes respectful interactions between viewers and creators. We introduced several features and policies to improve their experience. And earlier this year, we experimented with the dislike button to see whether or not changes could help better protect our creators from harassment and reduce dislike attacks, where people work to drive up the number of dislikes on a creator's video. We're making the dislike counts private across YouTube, but the dislike button is not going away. The change will start gradually rolling out. As part of this experiment, viewers could still see and use the dislike button, but their count was not visible to them. We found that they were less likely to target a video's dislike button to drive up the count. In short, our experiment data showed a reduction in dislike attacking behavior. We also heard directly from smaller creators and those just getting started that they are unfairly targeted by this behavior. And our experiment confirmed that this does occur at a higher proportion of smaller channels. Based on what we learned, we're making the dislike count private across YouTube with the blah, 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 blah. That's what they already said. So I'm looking here, and it says, in short, our experiment data showed a reduction in dislike attacking behavior. Now, for me, I dislike videos when, one, I don't like the content that I see. Two, the person that I'm watching, they're not that informative, or they just don't know what they're talking about. Most of the time, if they don't know what they're talking about, I'm not watching the video anyway. But if I do, and I'm like, Brad, like, this doesn't help anybody, that's a dislike. Most of the time, no, I don't even drop a dislike. I just don't do anything to the video. If I like the video, I like it. Dislike, I mean, unless the video is just bad, I really do dislike it. When they say they heard directly from small creators and those just getting started that they are unfairly targeted by this behavior, I'm a little confused, because most people who are just getting started, if you're a small creator, so you make your videos and you kind of don't really care if anyone dislikes. Like, you're trying to get started. If someone dislikes, okay, so for my videos, right, I would consider myself a small creator. I don't have 1,000 subs. I get, some views on my videos, but I don't take the dislikes as in I'm a hater and I'm being dislike attacked. I just go, well, maybe there's someone out there that doesn't agree with my opinion, which is okay, or they don't agree with my facts in the video, which is okay, and I keep it pushing. I look at the likes, I look at the dislikes, and I say, wow, a lot of people like this video. Cool. A lot of people must agree or see eye to eye with me on this content. A lot of people dislike. Maybe they didn't agree. Maybe I wasn't factual. That's all I do with the dislikes and likes. I don't actually feel like I'm getting disliked attack, because I don't have enough subscribers or people watching me to make it an actual attack, in my opinion. But also, when it comes to dislikes, I'm also one of the people who, let's say I go on YouTube and I'm like, how to install Photoshop for free. I immediately, before I even listen to any of those videos, I click on it, depending on the likes versus dislikes and comments versus no comments will determine, will I be watching this tutorial on how to get Photoshop for free. So I'll look at it and I'll see the likes, 500 likes, 10 dislikes, first comment, yo, this really helped me. If it's a recent comment, I know they work. I watch the video, leave a like, so other people who are searching for the same content know this is a good video to watch. They must be informative. Versus when you click on some review videos and it's a dislike and that's almost even to likes or more than the likes, I know this isn't a good video. They probably didn't do a good job explaining how to get Photoshop for free, or this only works because they have some type of scam site or anything like that, and I don't watch the video. And people also in the comments will be like, nah, don't watch this video. They don't help at all. This is nonsense. And so I think the dislike and the like counter is good because it helps people gauge, how good was this content? Were these people disliking for this sort of reason? And most videos that have a ton of dislikes compared to likes, when I watch the video, I see why people dislike the video because the video was dislikable. It wasn't likable. And so that gives me the chance to gauge the content to see, is this worthy of me watching? Is this not worthy of me watching? Well, let me see. You know what? I agree with what the people are saying. This wasn't a good video. Dislike. But we'll keep going. We're changing for creators and viewers starting today. Creators will still be able to find their exact dislike counts in YouTube Studio, along with other existing metrics if they would like to understand how their content is performing. We want to create an inclusive and respectful environment where creators have the opportunity to succeed and feel safe to express themselves. First off, if you a real one, I consider myself a real one. I don't, know about everybody else, but I'm going to keep it like, I'm going to express myself regardless. I could upload this YouTube video right now and 10 people, let's say I have 80 subscribers, right? 870 people can dislike this video and I'm going to still talk exactly how I do now. Now, that also depends on the type of content I'm pushing out. If I'm just pushing propaganda stuff and they're disliking, at some point I got to sit myself down and be like, all right, Chad, you doing something that's not really agreeing with the people. You got to get your stuff together. But at the other same time, I think of it like, yo, I'm going to be real and authentic regardless. Them taking away the dislike button is not going to make me feel safe and I can finally express myself. No, because if you're a real content creator, you're going to put out stuff that people don't like and that people like because everybody's different. If I make clothes, right? Not every design is going to be a wow, Chad, you did that. What a great design. It's going to be, nah, we don't really like this design, which helps me know, okay, this is the type of clothes that people want from me. Maybe I should change the graphic. Maybe I should change the font. So that way people will, like the next thing I have. Or you just a real one and you just put out what you put out. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. And that's kind of how I look at my YouTube channel. When people recommend me to do videos, I do the videos that they recommend. So that way I'm hearing my subscribers. I also do the content that I want to put out. And then if I put out content that I want to put out and someone doesn't like it, then I have one or two options. Either I can stop putting out that content that people don't like, or I can put it out anyway because this is my content. I don't have to try to feel safe because you took away the dislike button. But we're going to keep going. Viewers can still dislike videos to tune their recommendations and privately share feedback with creators. We heard during the experiment that some of you have used the public dislike count to help decide whether or not to watch a video, which I just said before we even got to this. We know that you might not agree with this decision, but we believe this is the right thing to do for the platform. And so it's weird how YouTube says, well, we noticed that enough people are saying that the dislike button helps to decide whether or not to watch the video, and they've actually acknowledged like this is an actual rebuttal to what we're trying to do, but we don't care about that group of people. We're still going to do what we want to do as YouTube, even if you don't agree with this decision, which YouTube can do. But if as a company that enough people are going to say, we don't agree with this decision, we think the dislike counter should still be there because it helps us know whether or not to watch the video, you would think they would go, okay, like maybe let's make this dislike button going away optional for some users. So like, let's say I'm a content creator, I feel like I'm not safe or safe to express myself. I then can go on my channel and say, okay, YouTube now has implemented the option where I can make my dislike show optional. And I'll make my optional, but Chad, he's going to keep his where his shows, so that way people know they disliked the video or they liked it. It is what it is. But YouTube is saying this is to protect people, even though some of the side is saying no, we don't want this. And it's in the actual, it must be a big enough group of people that are saying we don't want this because we have used this to decide whether or not to watch a video. It's so substantial that they had to actually put this in their blog page. This is from the YouTube official blog page. But I'm gonna keep going. We want to create an inclusive and respectful environment where creators have the opportunity to succeed and feel safe to express themselves. This is just one of the many steps we are taking to continue to protect creators from harassment. Our work is not done, and we'll continue to invest here. Now, like I said, YouTube's doing this whole thing, and last time I checked, YouTube's most disliked video is like their YouTube rewinds, because they're so disconnected from the community and what actual people on YouTube want, that they just create these types of things that, in all honesty, it doesn't benefit anyone but kind of YouTube. It's like YouTube starting to show, okay, like without the dislike button being there where regular people can't see, what it makes you think is everybody just agrees with the content. Let's say I put up something like, oh, blah, 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 like some crazy title with some outlandish, far left, far right view, right? If the dislike counter is gone for people who dislike the video, even though they still watch the video, but all you see are likes, it makes you think that everyone agrees with what this video is saying, because technically you don't see anybody dislike it. For example, let's say I say everybody should be able to shoot people in the leg, and we should open fire on anybody who you have a problem with. You should not go to jail, right? This is just an example. Please don't take this video down. If we have a meeting where we're supposed to vote yay or nay, right? If they get up and just say 50 people said yay, and that was it, you'd be like, 50 people are okay with just shooting people in the leg, just opening fire whenever they feel like it because they don't like anyone? And then they'd be like, why do so many people agree with this? But they hide the fact that there were 80 nays to this actual proposal. And then the people said, well, for us, we're just going to hide that fact that people said nay. We're just going to only show that people said yay. And then you think everybody's out to get each other. I don't know if that wasn't a good example, but you know the type of point I'm trying to make. It'll reinforce the idea that it doesn't look like anybody agrees with this opinion or these facts. It's just everybody agrees. We can continue pushing our narrative because the video's not showing that people don't agree with the narrative. Because if the dislike counter was showing the dislikes, if they were pushing a certain narrative, it would be enough dislikes to show people don't actually agree with this narrative and they're not following it. But only seeing likes means, oh, people agree. Now, if YouTube is honest, whether they show the dislike counter or not, on the bottom of the video, when you like a video, depending on your amount of likes, your like little bar gets full, right? If YouTube says, okay, let's say 80 people dislike and only 10 people like, still show the likes only, but have the bar counter here. So that way people know, okay, there were dislikes. But I feel like YouTube is only going to show the 10 likes. And then behind the scenes for the actual creator, they're going to see hundreds of dislikes. But the regular people are going to think, why do people only agree with this? Because YouTube is the one that's reinforcing this idea that everyone's just agreeing to agree. And yeah, man, I just don't, like, I see the benefits of this because it'll cause people to, watch the content more, because they'll actually see, like, what are they really saying besides just seeing the dislikes, being like, okay, I know this is not a good video. But it also, to me, gets out that extra bit of wondering what video is good and not, or not. Because if it has too many dislikes, you know that it wasn't a good video. You know they weren't informational. You know it wasn't a good review. You know that what this video is saying people don't agree with. How is it beneficial for a content creator to be a good content creator if they don't have the public showing their interest except for behind the scenes? You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me. Like, I want to see the video public out there where I can see the likes and dislikes like without going behind the scenes to see, because I want it to be authentic. I want people to be authentic when they come to my channel, not like seem like they're always agreeing. Like a lot of people, you know, the reason they watch my videos are they may not agree with everything I say, but they enjoy my perspective. And if they don't agree with me, even in the comment section, we'll have a discussion about it. I have a lot of friends that are like that. They're like, they agree with me on some things they don't, but they actually enjoy the fact that I'm able to talk about it from all angles and not just shut down and just be stuck on one side. You know, I see the truth, I see the lies, but I also like to come to a middle ground with stuff because not everyone can be black and white. It's just we need to like come together and find an agreement on something. But anyways, man, leave your comments down below if you guys have any. Thank you guys for watching. I just think that it can be a good thing, but I see more downfall coming from it than it being a good thing, because over time, changes like this aren't going to be good for society, because it's just going to reinforce what people already think and not show any other perspective besides, oh, we agree with you, but behind the scenes is so many disagrees or so many dislikes that it should be public. And like I said, I wish YouTube would make this like a optional thing for you to do. But anyways, man, this has been your boy Chad. Thank you all for watching, and I'm out. Peace.